Welcome everyone to today's video where I'm going to be ranking all of the modern Resident Evil games. This includes Resident Evil 7, 8, and the remakes of 2, 3, and 4. This video is inspired by Totally Tubular Johnson, where he had a very different opinion to mine, so I decided to voice my opinion on this topic. Go check out his video, link in the description. And if you enjoy, like and subscribe. Enough said, let's get to the ranking. I remember the day this game released, and I was so hyped for it. And once it did release, I played it for hours and hours every single night. And by every single night, I mean 2 nights, because that's how long it took to beat. This game is so pitifully short when compared to the other games on this list. I don't even know what they were thinking. I know that there was a lot more content in the original, and granted, I did not play that. But why cut that? Why did they cut that? This game is so short. What is the point of any of it? Because it's a good game. It's a nice modern Resident Evil game, so it's smooth, and what little there is good, but I just wish there was much more, and that would have brought it so much higher on the list. And that's why in this ranking, I'm putting RE3 Remake at the bottom, which is where it belongs. And by the way, best character, Carlos, of course. He has absolute classic one-liners like,
"This isn't the last man out of town, right?"
Do not worry. Once the civilians are safe, the train will be back.
It's alright, you're going ahead. I'm not gonna die on you, leave you in a cold, cruel, Carlosless world.
Okay.
Who W Riz in the chat, Rizosaurus Rex, Theodore Roosevelt, Adolf Rizla. Although Resident Evil 7 Biohazard was the jumpstart into this era where Capcom is actually making good Resident Evil games, I still believe that the other games are just better. This game I feel suffers the same fate as the RE3 remake, where I just thought it was a pretty short game. Maybe it was because I had already watched a playthrough of the game before I played it, but it just felt like I steamrolled through the game in just a couple days. And the game is actually scary, so props to that. And I love the atmosphere and location of the Baker family just being in the middle of nowhere. Best character, Jack Baker. Although he doesn't have W Riz like Carlos, he's an absolute psycho during the game. Also, one of the most heartwarming moments in the game is when he asks Ethan,
"Ethan, free my family. Please."
The Resident Evil 2 remake was my very first time playing one of these games, and it was just amazing. Everything was stunning. The visuals, the boss fights, the character development, and much more. And unlike the 2 previous games, this game did not take me 2 days to complete, mostly because I was just a dumb kid who didn't know how to do a lot of the puzzles, but nonetheless, this game is a masterpiece that will be cherished in my heart forever. Best character is of course Leon, but you guys already knew that. He is the biggest Giga Chad. I know this is a very controversial placement of the RE4 remake, and how everybody considers the original RE4 to be the best game in the entire world. And I see where they're coming from. This game and the original are both masterpieces, and it is very shocking how the remake was able to capture, and I believe improve, upon the original's greatness. I think this game is probably the objective best one, but I am one biased son of a bench. Also, best character, Leon. Although he doesn't have his famous lines from the original like,
"I've sent my right hand to dispose of you."
Your right hand comes off?
he is still the coolest character that I can't help but love. Second place easily goes to Ramon Salazar, just because I have a teacher at school named Salazar, and I can confirm they look the exact same. I'm sorry, I know this is an unpopular opinion, but this game holds a very special place in my heart. It is easily the one I've put the most hours into, completing 3 whole playthroughs. I just love the story of Ethan getting stuck at some random abandoned village, and you have no idea what is going on. And all he wants is to save his daughter, which somehow turns into a fetch quest of you having to collect various body parts of your infant daughter scattered around this place that is probably located in southern Ohio. But trust me, this game's story is great and makes sense. I'm sorry for making an Ohio joke. Also, I've always enjoyed the stories where the hero has to go around and take down each of the enemies one by one, then have to go up against the final leader of the group. A great example of this is the Adventure Time Vampire Special, where over this whole mini-series, Finn and Jake go around killing each of the vampires so then Marceline can finally take down the Vampire King. This story is exactly the same as Resident Evil 8, where Ethan has to take down Lady Dimitrescu, Creepy Doll, Fishboy, Heisenberg, then finally going up against the final boss, Mother Miranda. And the ending is just superb. Man, I just love it so much. Although the game isn't as scary as Resident Evil 7, I believe that there are still very good horror elements throughout the whole game, and oh my gosh, I was shitting bricks when this 10-foot tall fetus started chasing me around and there was nothing I could do but run. And best character, easily Carl Heisenberg. No Breaking Bad references. He's just such a cool guy with a nice and soothing voice.
Well, well. Didn't think anyone was left. Not after Deez, that is. You must be pretty tough, huh, Ethan?
Who the fuck is Deez?
Oh, you're not cultured. Even better. Mother Candace is gonna love you. Who's Candace? Joe Mama.
But the best part about him is when he tries to team up with Ethan to take down Miranda, which added a whole new layer of character development to my already favorite character. The Resident Evil franchise stretches across many different decades with various levels of quality between that whole time, and I think especially right now, the games are at the highest quality they have ever been. So even though I went on a rant about the RE3 remake, it is still better than a lot of modern games nowadays. Nah, I'm just playing. So in conclusion, Leon is cool, and I love these games.
No way, Leon.
Way.